What's good, guys, and welcome to a new video. Today showcasing the new balance changes, and we're gonna get through the ultimate stuff today. So this is gonna be a very long list, so sit tight and we'll be discussing these nerfs and buffs, but mainly nerfs. So as you may know, the ultimate stuff, ultimate robots, titans, is just way too unbalanced in this game. It's destroying this game. It's the main reason why I lose my games, almost 90% of my games, and maybe you too, guys. So we're gonna get through these nerfs. So beginning with Ultimate Arthur, durability decrease. Wow, so that's a lot. Massive durability decrease. Also massive defense points from 180 to 80 defense points only. So getting really nerfed here. Repair per second, ultimate upgrade branch from 40,000 to 10,000. So decreased by 30,000. Movement speed also decreased by 10 kilometers from 53 to 43. Blast wave damage from 61,000 to 40,000, so 20k damage decrease. Man, so they're really nerfing the ultimate Arthur. A blast wave cooldown from 7 to 12 seconds, so it's increasing. Blast wave impulse buff by 33%. I don't think that's gonna be significant, but overall huge nerf for the Arthur. And I can't say how he's gonna perform because I don't know very much about this ultimate stuff. I rarely see them, but when I see them, I lose to it. So yeah, not very good. Ultimate Grom, damage per particle also nerfed from 2200 to roughly 1500. Shot interval from 1 second to 1.5 seconds. So it's gonna shoot slower. And ammo increased from 14 to 16. That's actually a buff right there. Reload threshold from 13 to 15 ammo, so actually nerfing it. And overall, it's a nerf. The damage is getting a huge nerf also. So yeah, big nerf right there. Next, ultimate robots. Ultimate sword, durability buffed from 360 roughly to 370,000. So a small buff to the durability. Now movement speed from 55 to 60 kph. So actually a 5 kph buff. Sword attack duration from 6 to 4.5 seconds. So actually decreasing the ability of the slash. So it's gonna be 1.5 seconds shorter, meaning when you land and begin slashing, you will be only slashing for 4.5 seconds instead of 6 seconds. So that's a big difference because you could either get 2 slashes less or just 1 slash less. So I'm not pretty sure how many slashes you can get out of this ability, but it's surely 1 and maybe 2 slashes. So that's pretty significant because with these slashes you could kill a titan. Now with this slash less or 2 slashes less, the titan could survive your attack. So there's actually a big change right there. Apart from attack duration, all other parameters of the melee attack are the same as on the ordinary edition. So what this means is that the slash ability of this ultimate sword unit will be the same as the normal sword unit. So the stats will be the same damage, I believe. So everything's gonna be the same. Just the attack duration will be reduced. So yeah, that's what it means. Coming next to the ultimate leech. Durability buffed by 20,000, so small durability buff. It's good. Repulse the redirected damage from 50 to 38%, so actually a nerf. And repulse bonus defense points from 900 to 600 only. So massive nerf to his ability. So he is actually gonna get more squishy with this nerf. But let's see, it's still an ultimate robot, so it may be squishier, but it will still perform good against normal robots. So yeah, I can't say a lot right now, but it seems significant for me now with repulse duration from 10 to 7 seconds. So actually a nerf. And so next, repulse cooldown, buffing it, reducing the cooldown from 14 to 12 seconds. That's good. It's compensating this nerf from the repulse duration, so you can get your ability more frequently, but in trade of that you get a shorter repulse duration. So I mean, that's a nerf for me. So the repulse duration nerf outweighs the repulse cooldown buff, because if in your repulse ability you get these defense points and you get this redirection damage ability, so being just 7 seconds in your ability instead of 10 actually exposes you more. So then we have Iron Will. So I think the pilot for the ultimate leech ability cooldown reduction from 15% to 10%. So actually a nerf. And overall it's a big nerf. Next, Ultimate Griffin. So dazzling jump damage bonus from 20% to 10%, so nerf by 10%. Damage bonus duration from 7 to 5 seconds. Counter blind duration from 5 to 3 seconds. Dazzling jump cooldown from 14 to 12 seconds, so buffed, decreasing the cooldown by 2 seconds. But obviously overall a nerf to the Ultimate Griffin, so he won't be as dangerous as before. He will still be a very powerful bot. So next, Ultimate Destroyer durability increased by 25,000 from 220,000 to 245,000. Bonus movement speed in annihilation mode from 60% to 120%. So overall a buff to the Destroyer. So the Ultimate Destroyer is getting a buff. But I mean, is it really necessarily? Who even runs the Ultimate Destroyer nowadays? So I don't know. But it's actually, so it's getting buff. So for me, it's good. So next, Ultimate Fujin. Aegis capacity buff from 125,000 to 145,000. So by 20,000. So actually getting a buff. So this means the HP from the Aegis shield will be better. Next, Ultimate Spectre. Descent stealth duration from 4 to 5 seconds. Descent cooldown from 14 to 12 seconds, decreasing the cooldown by 2 seconds. So overall a good buff for the Spectre, making it stronger and buffing his ability of stealth. Ultimate Invader. Movement speed buffed from 47 to 50 kph. Incursion bonus defense points from 50 to 60. So that's pretty good. And overall unbuff. Next, Ultimate Mender. Durability repaired per pulse of support from roughly 9,600 to 10,250. So that's almost a 850 durability repaired per pulse buff. Then we have support cooldown, decreasing the cooldown from 15 to 13 seconds. Damage bonus from upgrading to Mark II, 15% to 30%. Alright, that's also very good. So Ultimate Mentor getting a pretty good buff here. Then Ultimate Ares, let's see. Built-in weapon effective duration from 4 to 5 seconds. Alright. So overall a buff. So they're buffing the, the ability of the Ares. So it's good to see that also, these old robots that are being made ultimate are also being buffed. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're all gonna be ultimate. Then next, ultimate weapon. So this is gonna be interesting. Ultimate RM and Ultimate RM M80. So the light and medium weapon for this. Damage per particle actually being nerfed from by 1,000 roughly. The medium and the light weapon is getting nerfed for 1,500 per particle. So big damage nerf. And next, Ultimate Shredder, damage per particle buffed by 200, so from 5,900 to 6,100. Particle dispersion increased, so it's gonna spread more by 14%, yes. Overall, it's gonna be still a slight buff if you play the close range, but in a long range, you're gonna notice the difference. So yeah. Ultimate Tolumbas, damage per particle actually being nerfed from 8,500 to 7,220, so almost a 1,300 nerfed. And maximum damage bonus for consecutive shots being nerfed from 200% to 150%. Ammo being increased from 10 to 12. Reload threshold from 9 to 11 ammo, so actually being buffed. But overall, it's obviously a nerf, especially for the damage. And so yeah, it outweighs the ammo capacity and the reload threshold buffs. Ultimate Scourge, damage per particle being nerfed from 1,400 to 1,000, so 400 decreased. Reload interval from 3 to 7 seconds. Ammo increased from 50 to 55. Reload amount increased from 50 to 55. Overall, obviously a nerf, especially in the reload interval being more than doubled, and the damage. So overall a nerf. Ultimate Havoc, damage per particle buffed from 4,000 to 4,200. Shot interval nerfed from 0.4 to 0.5 seconds. Horizontal dispersion increased plus 28% and vertical dispersion increased by 100%. So actually a lot. Ammo increased from 32 to 36 and reload threshold from 32 to 36. So overall, I would say it's a slight nerf, because they're buffing it very mildly, but they're nerfing it with the dispersion pretty hard. So Ultimate Hussar and Ultimate Dragoon, let's see. Shot interval from 0.5 to 0.7 seconds for the UE Hussar and also for the Dragoon, so the same. Ammo being increased from 12 to 14 for both of them, and for both of them also the reload threshold is being increased from 11 to 13 ammo. So it's actually a rework. The short interval is being nerfed, but the ammo and reload threshold is being increased, so it doesn't seem that bad. Ultimate Avenger, so damage per particle being nerfed from 1,300 to 950. Then particle dispersion increased by 17%, so actually a nerf. So Ultimate Avenger being nerfed here. Ultimate Vortex, damage per particle 26,755 to 28,300, so buffing it by almost 1,500. Shot interval decreased by 2 seconds from 6 to 4. Reload interval decreased also from 6 to 4. Overall, a buff for the Ultimate Vortex. Now coming in with the drones. So now we're coming to the good stuff here, because drones, a big impact in the game. So we're gonna see what they're, tweaking here. So beginning with the Aopo. Built-in weapon damage per particle from 1,340 to only 1,000. So now it's gonna do less damage than before. Now built-in weapon particle dispersion increased by 33%, so by a third of it. And it's gonna be less accurate than before. I think the Oppo was released together with the Nuo and Leo robot. Is that right? I think so. I didn't play that update, but I still saw some videos of it and, got my knowledge to, understand the game a little bit more. So next is required flight duration to activate Aegis Shield upon landing, increasing from 5 to 7 seconds. So you need to fly longer to be able to activate your Aegis Shield. And then cleans stacks can only be accumulated from Leo and Nuo buffs. So it's, nerfing it so it only accumulates by these robots. So it's being more exclusively for these robots. Next, Hiruko. Bonus durability upon activating a module from 30,000 to 15,000. So cut in half, man. Man, that's a lot. I have the Hiruko. It's a pretty good free-to-play drone. So if they're nerfing it, as I can see here, it has a lot of red. Man, I'm gonna be so disappointed. No, my Hiruko is gonna be then useless with my Ochokochi here. But let's see what they're going to do. DOT upon activating a module also cut in half from 240 to 120. What? So that also, they're nerfing also that. Man. Okay, that's a lot, man. I mean, everything cut in half right here. So I don't have words for this. It's just so crazy that they're nerfing it again and so badly, man. So next, ability 4 doesn't provide a 5% permanent damage bonus. What? So what does that mean? That the fourth ability doesn't provide a 5 permanent... So I haven't read that in the Hiroko drone, but does that mean when you press your fourth ability from the robot, it doesn't give you a damage bonus? Or does it mean the fourth ability of the Hiroko drone? So the last ability of the drone when you upgrade to level 12. Does that mean that? Let me know in the comments, guys. I don't have any idea right now, but it seems like it doesn't seem too good. Yeah. So actually a little buff here, built-in weapon damage per particle 750 to 830. So I mean, buffing something that it's so irrelevant, so useless. And lastly, built-in weapon particles per shot 30 to 15. What? No, so that means they're cutting the damage in half. So because they're cutting in half the particles that are being shot from the drone, so you're shooting half of your ammo that you were shooting. So you are shooting half of your damage. Does that make sense? So yeah, so actually nerfing it to the ground right here. The Hiroko drone. So crazy. So big nerf here. Shy. Bonus defense points for dealing damage. 12 to 7 seconds. Okay, so almost cut in half also. And nerf. So only these drones actually. Just these drones, really. I mean, come on. You have also the newer ones like the Kocho, and you also could buff the Barrow drone. I mean, you only are nerfing these drones, man. Why are you doing this? So lastly, for this video, gonna be the orbital supports. Frederick actually being nerfed for damage bonus from 90% to 50%, alright. Movement speed bonus 100 to 70%, and stack decay rate from 1 to 1.5 seconds. So what it triggers me the most right here is the damage bonus nerf, because as you may know, many of you and also me use the Frederick orbital support to become this insanely good amount of damage bonus. And now with that being nerfed, it's gonna be less useless than others. So you may be changing the orbital support for another one after this nerf, because it seems like it's not gonna be worth it anymore. So I don't know. I can't tell you guys what it's gonna look like in the live server, but as I see it right now, it doesn't seem that good. It's bad. So nerfing it to the ground almost. Frozen Scorn. So DOT damage buffed from 8400 to 9000, but the DOT duration is being decreased from 7 to 5 seconds. And also the slow duration being nerfed by a third, so from 9 to 6 seconds. So overall, a slight nerf for the Frozen Scorn. So next, the Avalon. No, please don't change our Avalon, please. I already see the nerfs. So repairs 15% to 8.5%. Why, man? Why are you doing this? I mean, in what world does this make sense to you? It's an Avalon, man. It doesn't break the game, it just heals you. It brings you support, it brings you everything you need. It doesn't break the game at all. It doesn't even attack the enemy. And you're nerfing it where it's the most powerful. Or the most, not even powerful, where it's the most reliable. So in what world does this make sense to you, man? Well, anyways. Next, cleanse stack limit from 5 to 3. Oh, come on, man. Like, really? Is that even necessary? Are you telling me that this is necessary? Nerfing the Avalon, but just letting, some other robots untouched? So, I don't see the sense of it right now. I mean, not at all. So, it truly is disappointing for me. Well, doesn't matter. Next, gonna be Bifrost. So getting buffs I see here. So defense points accumulation duration from 5 to 7 seconds. Duration of retaining the maximum amount of defense points increased from 2 to 4 seconds, so double, that's good. Bonus defense points from 45 to 65, that's also good. So overall, pretty good buff, I would say. Then next, the Paladin repairs being nerfed from 125,000 to only 95,500. Next, Aegis capacity being nerfed from 250,000 to 180,000. So a decrease of the Aegis HP by 70,000 HP. So overall, a nerf, obviously, for the Paladin. Next, Beholder, beam damage. Oh, wow, that's a pretty big nerf right there at the damage of the Beholder. So beam damage from 25,000 to 15,000, so being decreased by 10,000 damage. Blast is now applied correctly, so I also noticed that the blast damage doesn't work correctly. It doesn't, stack up correctly. So, you end up doing no damage with the blast damage. So, yeah, if it's applied correctly, now it's gonna work flawlessly. So, slight nerf, but now there won't be no bugs. And last, the mute. So, blind and EMP duration being increased from 7 to 9 seconds, and that was it. So overall, a buff for the mute. And yeah, so that was it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it and my review also. So being completely honest with you guys and also covering these balance changes and making it as understandable as I can. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about these balance changes. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like behind. See you in the next one.